Good evening, good afternoon, and good morning, everybody, wherever you are in the world. My name's Paul Mills from Raptorium Core, and to my left we have David Owen Morris, who is the co-founder of Raptorium. Anyway, thanks for waiting around, everybody. It's a pleasure to be here to bring to you this week's weekly update. We did have a couple of weeks off. I was away on holiday, but we are back now with a vengeance here for Raptorium assets. I've got some new camera gear right now. I've got a new light system here, which is, I don't know what you think about it, if it's any better. I've got a big teleprompter here in front of me, so I'm really trying to get used to this, because usually I'm looking here, but now I'm having to look there, and then the whole control of everything is here. So yeah, I'm going to try my best. I need to get used to it. Okay, I suppose we'll just get started then, see what's been going on.
Yeah. I mean, we've got a new minor release out, so Mac users can get on the assets bandwagon. That just came out.
Codename Mac and Cheese.
Ago. Yeah, Bug Mac.
So yeah, as David said, as promised, we've got the Mac release coming out.
Yeah.
Is it out now? Or is it?
Yeah, it's out.
It's out. Yep. So go check it out, guys. What does that include, David?
Mainly code for Mac users, so they can run it, and also a single bug fix. There was a minor bug with the configuration options being broken if you wanted to build without an active wallet, but that's fixed now. So
awesome stuff.
All good to go.
Yeah.
And yeah, looking forward to seeing it all in action out there.
We are, as you know, we are very close to Token 2049 now. It's a couple of weeks away. Well, a couple of weeks until we actually leave to go there. Then we're going to have a couple of days before the event starts, and then we're going to go to the event. But we've been getting ready for it. We've got some merch and stuff. Let me show you some of those things. We have some of these Raptorium keyrings. We have these ones actually glow in the dark. So yeah, we've got these as well. We have Raptorium bottle openers. Those as well.
Church keys.
What's that?
Church keys. They're going to lead us to our tax-exempt religious.
Is that what they're called? Church keys?
There's one name for them.
Then we have these ones as well, which is like kind of a 3D sort of Raptorium thing. What else we got? We have a lot of these like sort of coin ones as well, and a few other things. But yeah, we're going to be taking that to the event and dishing out as many as we can to people to get a bit of Raptorium in their pockets, which can't be a bad thing, can it? As you know, we've got a assets release video that's going to be coming out as assets actually rolls out and hits, you know, the code comes live. MJ and his crew have been building that along with HNS, who's been sort of the middleman between it all. We did actually start off with like some AI voices behind it all, but I decided to just do it myself. So now the voice behind it all, I'm doing that. So it's recorded, it's all ready, and it's looking cool. Yeah. What do you think about that, David? Do you like the video?
This is the one where you do that nice squeaky falsetto voice, yeah?
That's the one, yeah. Yeah. I've been practicing for months to do that.
Yeah, it's looking good.
Yeah, it's all right, isn't it? It's a good video.
Good. Yeah, it's a good video. It's in keeping with the theme and everything.
Yep.
Basically everything we're doing. So
yeah, for real.
It's awesome stuff.
What else we got, David?
Well, we've got quite a bit of stuff. Yeah, we've talked about the new code update. and we've been looking at a couple of potential partnerships. We're entering into discussion with currently 3 exchanges about adding RTM assets. Looking forward to seeing how that goes. Really looking forward to seeing assets being able to be listed, quite probably at very reasonable prices, even as if they already have the RTM daemon installed and up and running, they really don't need a whole lot more. They just need a secondary tracking and bookkeeping system, which is pretty good, really, in comparison to it brings us to the level of the ease of adding another ERC20 token, basically.
We've been talking to various marketing agencies, I suppose, and we have settled on one at the moment, and there's going to be more moving forward. In regards to this one we've settled on for now, for the next 2 weeks, you will be seeing various marketing promos. Includes a lot of stuff on Telegram. I know most of you guys are on Discord, but there's a whole community on Telegram that's receptive to blockchain and things like that, and it's something that we need to tap more into. So we're going to be pushing more on that. You'll see a lot more growth on the Twitter or the X, and also we mentioned a long time ago that we were building up our email marketing system. So we are going to be pushing on that as well through this marketing company as well. So yeah, so hopefully you should see a bit more higher numbers in various areas across the social media on the back end of all of this. So I'm excited to get all that rolling and excited to be back at the desk so we can push all this out.
Yeah, but I mean, it's going to be good for us to keep on rolling, even in the face of all the current chaos. It's I've got quite a few people who message me and ask how we keep going, because they feel scared and worried about the way the world is going, and how can we just keep on slowly chugging along. I mean, it's the only thing you can do. If you don't keep on going, you can just curl up and die somewhere.
Yeah, we never give up. Never. Is Charlie coming on?
He should be.
Didn't say he wasn't, did he? It has been absolutely fantastic to see that we surpassed 85% of smart nodes on the new code, which means that we are basically
get 100% stable quorums for the upgrade, and it's ready for it. And it also looks like we're very close to 85% of the miners.
Yep.
That's going to be awesome. Get that out there, keep it rolling, and see how we're going to go with that.
Charlie's upgraded all the infrastructure as well to the new version.
Yeah.
Has Tree been working on Stacey? I did notice something in the chat.
He said he was working on Stacey earlier today, but I believe that's all been sorted and she's back to working as normal.
Yeah.
She just wasn't available for RTM transfers for a couple of hours.
Okay.
That was it.
Did he mention when he's going to be adding assets to Stacey?
I know he started work on it, but exactly when it's going to finish, I don't know. But still got roughly 2 weeks before we're live.
Yeah. Okay, the name of this stream is Down for Whatever, and this means it's up to you guys to decide on what CryptoSmith makes after this stream. And this is important because it will be the first laser scanned asset on chain from CryptoSmith. So if you could maybe send some suggestions into the chat, that would be great, and we can tell Smith when he gets on for the stream after this one. think of something that he could build today. Think of something that we could possibly fit into the stream, not necessarily over like 3 months. And then
Kumogame codpiece.
would you like that, David?
Nah, but it's a bit alternative out there in line with the medieval.
Yeah, I suppose it is. But, you know, if
Somewhat.
Cryptosmith is there spending 2 hours hammering out a Makomigani codpiece, you know what I mean? Like,
That's going to be one of the most expensive cod pieces ever made.
yeah, I do agree. That will be.
Yeah.
We have Pepe asking, David, are you happy?
Yeah, it's feeling pretty decent, pretty good. I'm smiling, I'm laughing. I've had way too much coffee and I haven't been to bed yet.
I'm surprised you're actually so perky, David, because I've noticed you were online all day without sleep. I don't know, you're gonna crash after this, and you're gonna be like in a deep depression for about 6 hours.
Depression, I don't know about that, but coma, yeah.
Okay, guys. So you've got the new code for Macs, like we promised. Go check that out. You can install that for Windows as well. It fixes a couple of bugs and things like that. So go and check that out. Make sure you install it. Well, you don't actually need to, but it's advisable. Well, we've got a fair decent number of viewers today.
All right.
Yeah, we're at 250 on the YouTube at the moment, which is cool.
Damn.
All right, guys, if you've got any questions for us, please fire them into the chat. We'll answer them in depth. We've got another 15 minutes to kill at the moment, so we might as well sit here for a bit and go through those. Fostian's asking, no more Euro, just Raptorium?
We're in a considerably healthier place than the Euro is. I mean, the Euro is sick. Franken construction of a currency that just basically helped move money from the poorer parts of Europe to the richer parts of Europe.
Yeah. Because
the Germans didn't adhere to the budgeting mechanism inherent in the Euro, and the EU were afraid of hammering the Germans for it. So, yeah.
I've noticed we're now consistently overpricing Neoxa and Radiant. It was quite a while they were overtaking us in price, but yeah, we're above those. In the light of the shittest markets at the moment, we're if you think about it, we're doing all right.
It could be a lot worse.
It could be a lot worse, yeah.
And once we get assets going and those start improving the ROI on the nodes, I think we might see a small additional wave of node construction or node setup, because there are going to be some very, very fat, juicy payouts when everybody goes crazy and I've got my 50 assets, I need to reserve.
Yeah.
That's basically 50 extra node payouts, more or less.
Oh, I forgot to mention as well, we've actually been building a visualizer in the background. We had a team building that, and what that is, it's basically what it says. It's a visualizer for the blockchain, a little similar to what Casper's got on their homepage. If you go and check that out, similar to that, but we are building one have been building one for Raptorium, and what we hope to achieve with the visualizer is further down the line, we can actually show off live as it happens the transaction decoupling when that's out, and also we have plans in place for when assets go live to show when the assets are minted on the blocks, so you'll be able to see the names of the assets shooting off of each block in a live setting, and it's going along the page like that. So it's really cool. And yeah, it's something that can demonstrate to someone that doesn't understand blockchain or what we're actually building, it's something to demonstrate.
It'll give us a simple overview of what's going on, really.
Yeah, exactly. And
a bit like the old, if you guys out there can remember the old mempool inspector with the buses and transactions lining up to get onto the buses, and then a bus leaves the station once a block is mined. There's some guys who recently revived that. They're called txcity.io. It's not quite as advanced as that, what we're building, but it's still good stuff.
Kilburn is asking, assets launching tonight? Not tonight, mate.
Voting is launching tonight.
Yep.
Or, well, later this morning, depending on where you are on the planet.
Around 2 hours' time, voting will start. And then there'll be a couple of weeks after that until assets go live. So you're looking at between 14th or 15th of September to see assets on chain. He's asking...
Right, we arrive in Singapore.
Yeah, right, exactly when we arrive in Singapore.
Yeah.
We were cutting it damn fine.
Yeah.
He's also asking, when Raptorium Classic?
So, Edmund, we're all coming to your house to crash.
Shermie's asking, can you talk about sub-assets and the benefits of those? David, do you want to do that?
It's basically, so if you issue a main asset, the main asset would sort of be your brand, like Betty's Bake Shop. And then you'd have wholemeal bread, rolls, whatever. All of them are sub-assets, but they can still tie in and link back directly to the brand itself, Betty's Bake Shop. That's sort of the concept here. And it could also be used, that's just one of the potential use cases. It could also be used for tokenizing real estate, where you've got like the name of the, let's say it's a timeshare resort, and then you've got room 101 from January to March, room 101 April to June, etc. Those being the sub assets below the main assets. It's basically so you can link it to a brand or link it to a project, and you can confirm the legitimacy. And it's a simpler way of doing it rather than issuing something completely brand new for each individual item.
I've got Jay asking if sub-assets are able to be listed on exchanges as well as master assets.
Yes, there's absolutely no reason why they couldn't be.
We did have a delay in releasing the Raps Chain Reaction video about family offices as I was away, and then I ended up getting back a bit late. So that will be coming out this week coming. But we are working on a new segment which is called $1 Billion Ideas, and it's where we try and give inspiration to people on utilizing the Raptorium blockchain in use cases. I mean, me and Hunter were always talking about what can be done, so we are going to be making videos about what can be done, and in the hope to inspire others to build on the chain. We're also going to be focusing on what people have done as well. So for example, if someone such as like iNodes builds on their platform, integrates assets into what they're doing, we'll do a segment on that within a single episode of Raps Chain Reaction. Or if like Soka builds assets into his game, then we'd be highlighting the game and pushing that out as well. So
if somebody goes ahead and does an RTM branded Monopoly game,
that'd be cool.
Yeah, that would be cool. Yep.
Yeah. So yeah, going on with Talon and marketplaces. Well, Talon, he's been I mean, Talon is being built professionally. Like, you couldn't ask for a better team to build it. The team that's building it is behind some very complex banking systems and things like that. They know what security means, and they know how to build properly. So that's currently being built over there.
They're masochists, just like the rest of us, because they're redoing it all in TypeScript.
Yeah. So it's being built properly, and we're so excited for that. So excited, and Mancini and crew over at Osmium are pushing that out, bankrolling all of that, paying for the devs and everything, and we're really going to have a good product at the end of it. It's really exciting, especially with our assets release and things like that. I know that Mancini has said to the community that hopefully he's going to have a working community version. Might not have all the features in place, but that should be by or close to the end of the year, which is not that far away. And so, yeah, we're really excited about that, and the fact that you can have instant transactions in there, and it's a really good foundation for real UTXO DeFi that we're all looking for, and that we're all excited about, and why we're mostly here. So yeah, that's awesome stuff. The marketplace is currently on hold because we wanted to make sure that we had an interactable wallet in place before all of that is released. And so yeah, the Talon wallet comes first, and as we've mentioned before, the Talon wallet will have the underlying glue, which is the code that basically talks to these marketplaces in different areas of the internet, so you can easily interact with the Raptorium blockchain in a DeFi setting as you would using like MetaMask or things like that on standard ERC chains and Sol chain, things like that. So bringing it to the masses in a way that people are familiar with is really important, and that's what's happening. And yeah, again, really excited for that, and the guys over there are doing some fantastic work. How is liquidity pools going to work for assets? I think initially it's going to have to be built in a way where you would have a central entity.
Liquidity pools where? You've got to remember the where.
Yeah.
I mean, because if we're talking about in some kind of DEX setting, that's really up to whoever's funding it on the DEX. We'll also be talking to Komodo Wallet if they can't integrate RTM asset, or maybe we'll just put in the pull request for it ourselves. We'll see. If they aren't willing to do it fairly quickly, I'm pretty sure the Firo DEX fork of RTM, of the Komodo Wallet will.
Yeah, I think we'll see a lot more fluidity in liquidity markets when we've got contracts out. That's one of the sticking points that we've discussed. I mean, it's possible to have liquidity markets built around RTM, but the difference is right now it has to be a central automation in between it, whereas when we've got contracts in place, it's fully automated and fully decentralized, which is where we want to be aiming for. But that's not to say that people can't build those now, because they can. What I'm saying is backing something that has sort of an intermediary automation in place to make it happen is difficult for us. So we would like to see it fully decentralized and automated, which is where the money is, which is where the value is in using the chain for everybody, especially with straight token pools and things like that. But I
mean, it can always start with something like the Komodo DEX.
Yeah, the problem with Komodo is got a good product, but they don't really push it that well, and there's not that much volume on there.
Yeah.
I would like to see the Komodo team really. I mean, they did a couple of years ago. They did so much work to rebrand it and everything like that. I mean, it was Atomic Wallet. Then they rebranded it all to Komodo Wallet. Spent a lot of time on it, but yeah, they I think if they removed some of the fences that you have to jump over to get something done, then it would be a lot more popular. But that sort of model, whether people like it or not, that's the way forward. That sticks to the.
Also, got to see how the whole political climate evolves, because some of the Komodo developers were literally threatened with being Git mode.
Were they?
Yeah, they were.
Yeah, well, that's not good, is it?
No, it definitely isn't. But it looks like if we get Orange Man, good.
Yeah.
If we get the Camel Toe, bad.
I don't know. I'll be surprised. I'll be surprised if she gets in. I mean, I've seen a few votes going around, and it is looking like Orange Man at the moment. But have you seen that she's now saying, "Oh, well, I'm crypto friendly"?
Yeah,
like she's not. She's not. But last time Trump was in, we had such a nice run, and there was a lot more money in the markets, not just blockchain, stocks, everything. So yeah,
retail was happy to be actually moving some money compared to right now. I mean, we can just look at the participation on Discord servers, not just the RTM one, the ones all around. It's way down. Same goes for Twitter activity and engagement, socials engagement. I do odd consulting jobs to make ends meet at the moment. And I mean, I've spoken with market makers similar who basically say that there is essentially no retail trade on the majority of exchanges at the moment. So need to turn this inflation death spiral around one way or the other.
We have dragged on a little bit, but I will take another couple of questions. I do apologise, CryptoSmith. We've got a question from Trying to Mine. Where do you see all things going with the whole AI craze and stuff? I mean, I think AI is great, obviously. AI is brilliant. And I think eventually it's just going to whittle down to a few companies that are big on the AI. For example, like you've got when a phone came out, eventually, you had the camera on the phone, and then you had the calculator on the phone, and various things like that. And then it whittled all the way down to an iPhone or an Android, and several companies. And I think that's what's going to happen with the AI space. There's a lot of smaller companies doing like AI imaging or AI copywriting, things like that, all these little things. And I think eventually it's just going to whittle down and get bought up into the main companies. I mean, that's probably not a great thing, but that's generally what happens. I don't think a lot of the AI projects in blockchain are actually worth much of anything. There's a lot of bullshit out there, and it's to me, it's the similar thing to about 2 or 3 years ago, where everyone was putting meta into the names of their projects, and then all of a sudden they're doing millions of dollars volume just because of it. Now it's like people are putting AI on the end of their domain names, and it's like, oh, we're an AI project, and then people are like, whoa, it's AI. But they're not actually doing anything AI, and if they are, they're probably API into it or some shit like that. So I don't rate it unless it's game changing, and there's not a lot of game changing blockchain AI projects out there. There's a couple, but there's a lot of it's just a load of crap. It's like the whole Web3 thing. That was that started off about 4 or 5 years ago.
That used to be the golden ticket.
Oh yeah, yes, we're in Web3. Web3. It's better than Web2. And then you ask them what Web3 is, and they haven't got a clue because it's just a made up thing. And when they try and explain it, They will say, well, it's digital technologies, you know, it's like Bitcoin and things like that. Well, Bitcoin's been out since 2008, so is that Web3? And if so, why wasn't anyone saying that that was Web3 back then? It's just a buzzword that people jump on. The main thing in blockchain is you do the work, you put it out, and you don't dress it up. It's there, it's done, right? If you really want to dress, if you're having to dress something up to make it sound great, you've obviously got a crap product. Sorry if I offend anyone that likes to bounce on that Web3 thing, but yeah, if you're having to dress it up with that, I don't rate it. Release your product, say what it does, and be honest with it.
Exactly. But that's a tall order for a large part of the space.
Yeah. Trying to Mine is also saying, do you think the US politics will play a role in the future? I mean, if Orange Man gets it,
Yeah.
then yes. Yes.
Even more so if it's the camel toe.
Yeah.
I mean, then we can start expecting bans and attempted seizures.
Yeah, pretty much. All right, guys. It's been an absolute pleasure, as always. Hope you're looking forward to assets like we are. We are so excited. Make sure you're following us at Raptorium, at X, at Instagram, and all the other social media platforms we're on. It's generally at Raptorium, except for TikTok, which is at official Raptorium. So follow us on there. And please give this stream a like and follow us on here as well. Click the little bell to be kept up to date with any more Raptorium videos. Cheers, guys.